Listen up, modern-day Stoics navigating the digital maze. You've just stumbled onto a rare treasure trove. And no, I'm not talking about the latest trending meme or viral dance challenge. If you've ever caught yourself scrolling through your feed, sighing at the weight of the world, wondering why it's so hard to let things slide or wishing you could care just a bit less about everything, then welcome, you're exactly where you need to be. Long before social media angst and caffeine-fueled chaos became the norm, a few wise individuals, yes, the Stoics, were crafting a way of life rooted in timeless principles. What's remarkable is that these ancient teachings might be exactly what we need to help us master the modern-day art of not caring too much. It's almost poetic, isn't it? That the answers to our 21st century struggles might lie in centuries-old wisdom. Stick around, because over the next few minutes, you're going to uncover 10 straightforward yet deeply transformative Stoic insights. Tools so refreshing, they might just be the reset button your overstimulated mind needs. These aren't lofty philosophies. They're practical, potent antidotes to the madness of modern life. And hey, if you want to be among the first to receive more gems like these, tap that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and stick around with Rase Up. What's the worst that could happen? You get a bit wiser. So I dare you, no, I challenge you, to take that leap. Welcome to the wisdom of Stoicism, where the ancient meets the hypermodern, and where we learn how to keep calm and carry on. Ready to dive in? 1. Master what's in you, let go of what isn't. Imagine this. It's a gray Tuesday morning, you've brewed the perfect cup of tea, and just as you lift it to your lips, bam, your cat sends it crashing. The old you? Fuming, blaming the cat, the day, maybe even the universe. But let's bring in a bit of Stoic clarity. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Things happen. Tea gets spilled. Cats act up. But what's in our control? Our reaction. Instead of spiraling into annoyance, why not shrug, laugh, and make another cup? The chaos of the world isn't ours to manage, but how we respond. That's our superpower. So next time your Wi-Fi crashes mid-Zoom, or your pizza shows up cold, pause. Breathe. It's not the incident, it's your interpretation that causes distress. 2. Live inside the moment. Marcus Aurelius gave us a gem. Do not let the future disturb you. You will arrive there, if you take care of the present. Today, alerts ping non-stop, screens flash, and our brains race ahead to tomorrow. But what do we lose? The now. Think of those walks where your body was present, but your mind wandered into next week. Or dinners where the laughter around you barely registered because your head was stuck in yesterday. Stoicism teaches us to reclaim now. Being present isn't just noticing, it's experiencing. Feel the breeze, taste your food, hear your friends' words. Stop renting space in the past or future. Happiness is stitched from these fleeting moments we often overlook. 3. Flow with change, don't fight it. Look at nature. Winter quietly yields to spring without resistance. But when life hands us change, a breakup, a job loss, an unexpected move, we push back. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Change isn't the enemy. Resistance is. Life, like a river, constantly shifts. Fighting the current drains us. Flowing with it frees us. Every twist, every turn, every surprise is a part of our becoming. You're not a finished product. You're a living masterpiece, constantly painted by change. So when the road shifts unexpectedly, remember, it's not a detour. It's part of the design. 4. You are not your emotions, you are the observer. Ever get swept away by anger, anxiety, or sadness like you're caught in a storm with no umbrella? That's because we often identify with our emotions. But Epictetus said it best. It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Feelings are weather systems. They roll in, do their thing, and pass. You don't control when the clouds come, but you can decide whether to get drenched or seek cover. Observe them. Label them. Ah, there's anxiety. Hello, frustration. That gap between emotion and reaction? That's where Stoic power lives. By choosing to watch instead of become, you create freedom. You don't need to be the anger. You can simply notice it, sit with it, and let it move along. 5. Practice voluntary discomfort. This one sounds counterintuitive, right? Why would anyone choose discomfort? But here's Seneca out. Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and say to yourself, is this the condition I feared? Most of our fears stem from imagined catastrophes. But when you simulate discomfort, cold showers, skipping a meal, taking the stairs, you prove to yourself, I can handle this. Suddenly, the fear of failure, rejection, or financial struggle loses its grip. When you become familiar with hardship, it loses its edge. You stop fearing life's sharp corners because you've already touched them voluntarily. 6. Cut the noise, silence is sacred. In a world that worships noise, silence is rebellion. We're constantly fed content, opinions, and updates. But Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your thoughts are shaped by endless noise, guess what you become? Stoicism invites us to carve out silence, not just outer quiet, but inner stillness. It's in that silence you actually hear yourself. You see clearly. You gain perspective. A few moments of quiet each day isn't luxury, it's necessity. So unplug. Mute the notifications. Let the world be loud while you remain still. In that stillness, clarity is born. 7. People will wrong you. Choose mercy anyway. People will lie. They'll disappoint you. They'll cut you off in traffic, forget your birthday, or betray your trust. But Epictetus reminds us, when someone does wrong, he is misled. He believes it is right. Don't hate him, educate him. Harboring resentment only chains you to the past. Stoicism doesn't mean you let people walk all over you, but it does mean you stop expecting perfection. Others are flawed, just like you. When you choose understanding over outrage, you reclaim your peace. Mercy isn't weakness. It's control. Because when you forgive, you win, not them. 8. Death is the greatest teacher. Heavy topic, right? But here's the twist. Stoicism doesn't obsess over death, it uses it as a tool to amplify life. Marcus Aurelius said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you truly internalize that life is fleeting, priorities shift. Petty drama dissolves. That thing you were procrastinating on suddenly becomes urgent. You stop postponing peace. You stop waiting to be happy. Memento mori, remember you must die. Not to scare you, but to remind you, this moment is all you ever own. Use it. 9. Reputation is nothing, character is everything. We live in a world of likes, followers, and comments. A digital popularity contest. But Epictetus gives it to us straight. If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Let that sink in. Growth often looks awkward. Real evolution requires shedding old skins, and people will not always understand. If your compass is external approval, you'll forever be lost. But if you root your actions in principle, you become unshakable. Reputation is a breeze, it changes with gossip. But character? That's granite. Quiet, solid, enduring. Choose granite. 10. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca dropped a truth bomb when he said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. How much of your anxiety is based on real events, and how much is mental cinema? Your brain is a master storyteller, crafting disaster scenarios with zero evidence. You think the meeting will go horribly. The person won't text back. You'll mess up the interview. But most of the time, none of it happens. Even when it does, it's rarely as bad as your mind made it out to be. So practice mental minimalism. Cut the fear fantasies. Stay grounded in what's real, not what might go wrong. 11. Nature does not rush, yet everything gets done. Look at nature. Trees don't sprint to grow. Rivers don't rush. Seasons change without force. Lao Tzu might not be stoic, but his wisdom aligns. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The Stoics would agree. You're not behind. You're not late. You're on your own path, and it's unfolding as it must. The Stoics urge us to align with the pace of nature, not fight it. Progress isn't a race, it's a rhythm. When you stop measuring your life against timelines, anxiety eases. Peace comes when you trust your pace. 12. The obstacle is the way. Ryan Holiday popularized this phrase, but its origin lies in Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That failure? It's your fuel. That breakup? Your breakthrough. Every challenge you meet isn't just a test, it's a tailor-made lesson designed to refine you. Instead of avoiding the obstacle, Stoicism teaches you to embrace it. Lean in. Face it head-on. Your growth doesn't happen in ease, it happens in the grind. Let the obstacle shape you into someone unshakable. 13. Happiness is not out there, it's within. You've been taught to chase happiness, through money, relationships, status. But Epictetus flips the script. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Happiness isn't a finish line, it's a mindset. When you detach from the things you can't control, you suddenly feel lighter. Freer. It's not about having more, it's about needing less. Stoicism doesn't promise a blissful life. It promises a steady one, a life where joy arises from alignment with virtue, not from chasing pleasure. 14. Be brutally honest with yourself. The Stoics weren't soft on themselves. They practiced nightly self-reflection. Where did I fail today? Where did I succeed? What can I improve? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change." This level of humility is rare and powerful. It's not about self-loathing, it's about self-ownership. When you drop the ego and face your flaws, you become unstoppable. Accountability is the birthplace of mastery. Growth begins with truth. And truth starts with looking in the mirror. 15. Live according to nature, your true nature. At the heart of Stoicism is this one command. Live in accordance with nature. But it doesn't mean hugging trees. It means honoring your human nature, to be rational, virtuous, and purposeful. You're not here to chase dopamine hits. You're here to build, to serve, to grow. To speak truth even when it's hard. To act with integrity when no one's watching. To use reason over impulse. When you live aligned with that core nature, life stops feeling random. It becomes meaningful. Purpose isn't something you find. It's something you embody. These 15 Stoic rules are not abstract theories. They are tools, timeless, battle-tested, and brutally effective. They won't make your life easier, but they will make you stronger. Life will throw chaos, pain, and uncertainty your way. Stoicism doesn't promise to stop the storm. It teaches you how to stand inside it. Unshaken, unmoved, and absolutely free. Welcome to the path of the Stoic.